It's Tuesday, the 27th of October 2020. Good morning and welcome to a new edition of the local news. In the headline, Foreign Affairs Minister called on the OAS to play a stronger advocacy role. Surinamese population needs to be provided with good and healthy drinking water. Scientists are working on a vaccine against COVID-19, and Supervisory Board of the SLM met with the President. Minister Albert Ramdien of Foreign Affairs, International Business and International Cooperation called on the Organization of the American States, the OAS, to play a stronger advocacy role towards the international community. The minister participated in a virtual meeting last week in the context of the 50th regular session of the General Assembly of the OAS. According to Ramdien, the international financial institutions should design and implement specific strategies to assist countries within Latin America and the Caribbean.
Mr. President, the COVID-19 pandemic is gradually unleashing an unprecedented worldwide developmental crisis. It has wreaked havoc on the global economy, the international financial landscape, and has adversely affected the human development endeavors of the international community.
The theme for this meeting focused on the challenges and the approach of the COVID-19 pandemic in the Western Hemisphere, based on the 4 pillars of the OAS, namely human rights, democracy, security, and development. In his speech, Minister Ramdien focused on the global impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, which also in Suriname puts the health sector, the education system, climate change, agriculture, and other manufacturing sectors under enormous pressure. Finally, the commitment of the Republic of Suriname has been reconfirmed to the continued cooperative relationship with the OAS and strengthen its multilateral legitimacy as a key driver of political, security, economic, and social progress for all countries and people in the Western Hemisphere.
In this regard, the government of Suriname is committed to democracy, strong democratic institutions, good governance, rule of law, human and political rights, and the fundamental freedoms, as well as peace and security.
The OAS is an international organization consisting of 35 independent states on the American continent. It was founded on April the 30th, 1948 in Bogota, Colombia, and its headquarters is based in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. In short term, the Surinamese population needs to be provided with good and healthy drinking water. President Chandrika Persat Santokhi said this to the management of the Surinamese Water Supply Company, also known as the SWM. Last Friday, a top delegation from the SWM paid a working visit to the head of state. Sustainable Development Goal number 6 includes access to clean drinking water and sanitation for everyone. Clean drinking water and good and clean sanitation have a positive influence on other global goals such as food safety, education, and health. There is enough clean drinking water for everyone in the world, but because of problems like poor infrastructure or economy, millions still die every year from diseases caused by polluted drinking water or bad hygiene. Unfortunately, not all Surinamese have access to clean drinking water yet. According to Alwin Linger, Deputy Director Strategy and Policy at the SWM, the water company was ordered to operate as cost-effective as possible. The SWM must present an overview to the government in 3 weeks on how quickly everyone can be provided with clean and healthy drinking water. Several scientists in the world are working on a vaccine against COVID-19. The procedure for deliberately infecting individuals is within the medical world, therefore a normal thing. According to Dr. John Codrington, chief of the medical laboratory, it will take a long time before a good vaccine against this virus is developed. Last week, the website nos.nl announced that British scientists will intentionally infect individuals with the coronavirus to develop a vaccine based on the results. These individuals will be between 18 and 30 years of age. England is not the only country that is in the testing phase of a vaccine against the virus. India, Russia, and China have been developing a vaccine for months. The initiative to make a vaccine is also taken by other countries, pharmaceutical companies, and world political leaders. Developing a vaccine is not cheap. Millions, sometimes billions of dollars are needed to develop a vaccine to serve the total world population. Suriname will also purchase a vaccine from the regional organization, the PAHO. And at last, there are certainly possibilities to get the Surinamese airline company, Suriname Airways SLM, out of the red, says the SLM chairman of the board, Rajan Palatsing. Recently, there has been a meeting between the government and the supervisory board. According to Palatsing, the president has been informed about the state of affairs at the Suriname Airways. In October 2019, the SLM decided to phase out the Airbus A340 2 months earlier, as the lease term would expire in December. The focus was on the entry of the Boeing 777-200. According to the company, the training until the phase-in of that plane was mostly started, and the certification processes were then underway. Later in the same month, Surinamese were concerned about the survival of the government's only airline. The certification of the Boeing 777-200 had to be completed within 2 weeks, but it has succeeded this year. Over the years, the SLM had a debt position and revenue loss of more than $88 million. Palatsing goes on to say that the president has pledged his support to a good plan to let the SLM stand on its own 2 feet. Director Rajesh Rajkumar has recently been removed from active duty because of dereliction of duty. Day-to-day management is in the hands of the chairman of the supervisory board. When and who will be the new director of the SLM is still unknown. That is it for the local news for today. Tomorrow we'll be back with a new edition. Bye-bye.